Welcome back to Cthulhu Death May Die. We're playing Blasphemous Alchemy. We're trying to blow up 4 labs. We've got 1 blown up. We got some cultists running around. We got a Bayaki over here. It's Ahmed's turn, and he's in here with some fire, a cultist, a lab, and a relay token. Yeah, let's take a look at his card. I think the first thing we're going to do is try and get rid of that cultist. So let's have a look at him first. Alright, so here's Ahmed. He's 1 away from leveling up again and getting all paranoid. He's got medicine, which can heal all his wounds. He's got a whiskey bottle to heal all of his stress if he wants. And he has an arcane mastery now. Every star elder sign symbol is a success. Alright, his first of 3 actions, we're starting here in the action phase, is going to be attacking that cultist. And cultists only have 2 health. So we just need 2 successes. He's going to be rolling 3 black dice and hoping for the best. And he gets 2 successes. Actually gets 3. He gets 1, 2, and 3. And he could re-roll that to try and avoid the insanity. But, no. I think we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that cultist. And we're going to take the insanity hit. Alright, Ahmed will take the insanity hit, which means he has just hit a threshold. And when he hits his threshold, he's a little paranoid. All monsters on the board move 1 space towards you, and then, if there are no enemies in your space, heal all your stress. That will be the case. There will be no enemies in this space. And monsters are not cultists, and they're not Cthulhu. They are just the Bayakis, the fire vampires, and the star spawn. Alright, he will then, we're just going to do it right now. He gets to heal all of his stress. He also gets to level up. We'll come back to leveling up. Let's move the monsters on the board 1 space towards him. And the only monster on the board is the Bayaki, and it's going to move 1 space right here. Doesn't make it into his space, so he heals up all the stress. Alright, let's level up his character. Oh dear. Alright, what do we got here? Heal a stress for each success you count. Ooh, that's actually good too. Or instead, heal 2 any combination stress and wounds. Or instead, when you run, you can sneak 3 times. You know what we're going to do? We're going to level up his healing prayer. So he can heal 2 combination of stress and wounds every time. That was his first action. His second action, I think, is going to be trying to destroy the laboratory. So let's get to that. Alright, so he's going to be attacking the lab. Remember, the labs have 4 health. He does have a green bonus die now, and this is not considered an attack. He's not attacking, he's just trying to destroy it. If he had anything like brawling or guns or something that give him dice for attacking, he couldn't use it. But he does get an innate green die now because he's hit that threshold on his character sheet. So he'll attack the lab, 3 black, 1 green, and he can re-roll all these as well, or a lot of them. Oh, that is unbelievable. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, no insanity loss. We have our second lab blowed up real good. And what does it do? Inferno! Place a fire token in this space and each adjacent space. Oh dear. So this one blew up into a fiery ball. So we need to put a fire token in this space and every adjacent space. Well, that's an adjacent space. This is, of course, the space, and that's adjacent. And I think that's it. There's no adjacency between this corridor here and this room. So that's it. He still has 1 action remaining. And I think with his final action, he's going to try and put out some of this fire, because if he tries to move anywhere, he's going to be in real trouble. So once again, he'll be rolling 3 black and a green die to try to extinguish fire. And let's see what he gets. He gets pretty garbagey roll. He's 1 success. He's going to re-roll this one. So he's going to take 1 stress. He has tons of stress, so he can re-roll basically everything. That gets rid of 1 fire. And that gets rid of 2 fire, but you know what? He's going to get another stress, and he's going to re-roll it. We don't want any more insanity until we can get Cthulhu on the board. Come on! Oh, God, he keeps rolling it. Oh, dear. We're going to take 1 more stress. Come on. Let's not keep getting that. And he gets it. Oh! Alright, we're maxing out our stress. Come on, we just need a success. And there we go. He gets 2 successes because he has his arcane mastery pumped. So that's going to reduce 2 fire from his space. That was a lot of re-rolls. And now he has none. But now it is time to draw a Mythos card. Okay, Mythos card time. And it is the Fire Vampire. The nearest Fire Vampire moves 2 spaces towards you. There aren't any on the board, then place a fire. Okay, so we ignore that. But we summon a Fire Vampire on the blue gate. And that's our first symbol for Cthulhu advancing. Alright, we get a Fire Vampire on the blue gate. Ooh. Alright, back to having monsters on the board. And now it's investigate or fight. Well, Ahmed is in a space with no enemies, so he can investigate. Let's see what he gets for his investigate card. He gets the assistant janitor showing up. I got away, but he's going to kill us. We have to hide. If you have a guilty conscience, take a stress. Okay, you may take 2 stress. No! You may take 2 stress to claim the assistant janitor, or you can take 1 stress to claim the bleach. So I don't have any stress left at all. So I'm going to have to check the rule. I don't think I can do anything with this at all. I think this just gets discarded. Because I can't take any stress. I have none to take. So let me consult the rules and we'll see what happens to the assistant janitor or the bleach. I think we're not going to get either one. Alright, well I gotta say the rule book was very unhelpful. It even had this card as an example, but it just says you have a choice. You can take 2 stress for the janitor or you can take 1 stress for the bleach. Well, if you have no stress, you can't take any. So I'm just going to rule it. And I looked under the stress as well, and it just didn't really clarify anything. So I'm thinking we can't take either situation because I have no stress to take. So I'm just going to discard the card. The janitor just bails with his bleach, and we never see him again. I think that's how that works because I can't take any stress. I don't have any. All right, that's the end of that. Investigator fight. Now it's resolve end of turn effects. His end of turn effect is you may heal, he can heal a combination of 2. So he's going to heal himself a couple stress. And why wouldn't he? Because 1, 2, that gives him some rerolls for his next turn. Alright, that is the end of that. And I guess he could have taken his whiskey bottle to do all of his stress and then got the janitor. I'm not gonna do that, I don't think. I mean, I think timing-wise you could do that. He could have healed all his stress from that, but I'm not going to worry about it. He just was so stressed out, the janitor's like, okay, I'll see you later. Alright, over we go now to Borden to have her take a turn. Alright, so taking a look at Borden's character, she also gets a green die now whenever she's doing anything. She's pumped up her savage ability, her swiftness. She gets a free run action, but look at, she has full stress and full damage. First, and she's in a room right now with no enemies, so she's going to take 2 rest actions. I know, boring, but she's going to go 1, 2, 3 for her first action. Then she's going to go 1, 2, 3 for her second action. She has 1 action remaining and a free. She can move for free, so there's that. I wonder if she should go out and take out the Bayaki, or I think she's going to try and destroy the lab space she's in. So let's take a look for her last action. Well, not her last action. She can still move afterwards. Let's find out if she wants to. Alright, she's sitting here with the lab, and she's going to try and take it out. So she's going to get 3 black and 1 green die, and she does have the ability to reroll a couple of times. Come on, we need 4 successes, and she gets a whole whack of insanity, which is horrible for her. So we're going to reroll 1 of these for 1 stress, and oh my god, and she'll re-roll this one, and now she's completely stressed out, and she gets this symbol, which means nothing. So she gets 2 successes. We're going to put 2 damage on the lab, and she takes 2 insanity hits. Ooh, that is painful. Well, it's painful that she has to take 2 insanity hits. We don't even have Cthulhu on the board yet, and we're getting a little too insane, I think. So, that's the end of her actions. Now, she does have a free movement. I don't know if she wants to move anywhere. I mean, she could move over to where the cultist is, and then the cultist would attack her, and then she could end up just getting rid of the cultist by burning it with her Amulet of Nagal, but we want to kind of stay there and destroy that lab. So I think we're just going to move right on to the draw a Mythos card phase. Alright, let's just draw the Mythos card and hope it's not horrific, and it's another symbol. That's 2. Each cultist moves 1 space towards you. If you're in a release space, lose a sanity. She's not. And then we're going to be summoning cultists on the red and the yellow. Okay, so there's only 1 cultist on the board. It's going to move 1 space toward her. It's going to try to get to the stairway, so it's just going to move here. And they don't track fire with him or anything like that. And then after that, we work in a release space. And then we're going to summon a cultist on the yellow gate and on the red gate. All right, the yellow gate is right here. So with the Bayaki will come another cultist, and the red gate is down in the basement. Another cultist shows up there. And that is the end of the Mythos card. All right, that's 2, the symbol on it now. 1 more, and Cthulhu will advance again. And now we're on to the investigate or fight. Well, it's investigate time. So we're going to draw an investigation card for Borden. Let's see what she gets. She gets a furious student. Well, if she could take him. He can't hurt me anymore. I have a gun. You may take 1 wound to claim the furious student. Chester, the furious student. You cannot have both Chester and the professor as companions. Oh, 3 extra health though, so he's like a meat puppet for us to absorb some damage. If we're going to die, we can have him take the fall, or we can claim the pistol. When attacking, gain a green die. Just when attacking. If you have the marksmanship skill, ooh, I think we're, oh man, 3 extra health, or just get a green die for attacking. I think if we take a wound to gain the student. You know what? We're going to grab the pistol, because when attacking, we just gain an extra green die. So that's going to give us an extra green die. Plus, we have the axe, the +2 damage. Oh yeah, we're going to take him, and it's just or claim the pistol. So he runs off, and we grab the pistol from him. Cool. So let's add that to our character sheet. All right, so now she has the pistol and the amulet of Nagal, and she's a little bit crazy. Goes a little psychotic sometimes, but that's fine. And she's fully stressed, and there she sits at the end of the turn. All right, that's going to be, I think, the end of her turn. We are on to resolve end of turn effects. She has no end of turn effects, and I don't believe there's any end of turn effects happening anywhere else. It's just when Cthulhu advances. All right, we're going to zoom out and wrap up our episode for today. All right, that's going to wrap up our episode for today. So we have 2 of the labs down. We've got 2 to go before we can summon Cthulhu on the board and try to take down all 3 of his stages. You got to do, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to happen, but we're powering up a little bit. We're leveling up. We're getting some abilities and items, and I think we're going to be heading to a pretty wild conclusion here. So thanks so much for watching. Well, that's your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Cthulhu Death May Die. We're playing Blasphemous Alchemy against Cthulhu. We're going to try to summon him at some point once we disrupt the ritual and see if we can take him down. In the meantime, we have a Star Vampire, we have a Bayaki, we've got a couple cultists now running around, fire everywhere. I think we're doing okay. See you next time for the continuation.